Lab. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We're glad you guys are here today. I'm going to turn it over to our ladies. We'll start with Jeanette, and she'll hand it off to Christine we will announcing great uh, Magic Kids today. So how exciting is that? So I'm going to mute myself, and I'll share the screen for.
This is very exciting. Oh my God. Okay, so this is very exciting for me. I mean, I have
Well, we love technology when it does what we want it to, and when it doesn't.
like I was saying, this is very exciting. I homeschool my son, and I wish we had something like this because nowadays the kids are all glued to our phones or our tablets or um, PlayStations, games, and this is so much better for kids to them playing. They think they're playing, but they're learning at the same time. So this is awesome. So did you know fun learning facts? And it's called Magic Kids, our new plans that we have. Brain power. Your brain can hold about 2.5 megabytes of information. That is like 3 million hours of TV shows. Imagine that. And some kids are glued to that TV. Gaming and learning. Kids who play learning games show 12% better problem solving skills than those who do not. I remember when I homeschooled my son, he was in a private school, and I decided to do homeschooling when he was in elementary school. And he was like, Mom, the only way I want to do homeschool if it's going to be fun. Of course, I told him it was going to be fun. Not all the time it's fun because it's always learning, but still, it's a life learning when you do homeschooling. Kids, future skills by 2030, which is really right around the corner. 85% of jobs will require digital and AI skills. So let's start learning now, especially for our future kids, and have them be future ready. Reading magic. Reading just 20 minutes a day exposes you to 1.8 million words per year. Imagine the kids. That is like reading 50 books. Creative power. Creative activities like art and music can improve our math and science grade by up to 17%. And some kids have a hard time in learning math. This is going to help them so much better. Smart learning. Kids learn best when they're having fun. As I mentioned, my son, he wanted to do homeschooling, but only if it was going to be fun. That is why all our AI tutors use games and interactive activities. Have them have a super brain power. World Explorer. Now, this is my favorite. I used to fly as a flight attendant, and I know French and Spanish. And I love to learn anything about things about other worlds and other countries and other states and what they have. And from the beginning, I love this, and I love languages. There are over 7,000 languages spoken in the world. And learning about different cultures makes you smarter. I love this. It was actually my thoughts of putting this on here. Brain science. Your brain generates enough electricity to power a small light bulb while you're learning new things. Have you noticed sometimes you read something and you don't understand it at first, and all of a sudden you read it a couple of times or do other things to kind of understand it better, and all of a sudden a light bulb pops up in your head, and now I understand it. So this is how it's going to be for kids. Learning keeps your brain powered up, not rusty on the shelf. Like if kids are just glued to that TV, their brain is going to get rusty. And we need to have our future kids learn reading, math, science, and learn about the world that they're living in. Success tips. Setting smart learning goals and celebrating wins can boost your confidence by up to 40%. Daily habits. And I know as a homeschooler mom that I was, there was the habits that we had to do, daily things we had to do on a daily basis to help the process of learning. The most successful kids spend just 30 minutes a day learning something new. You can do it too. And that's how homeschooling for me, it was not had to have 7 hours of studying. Sometimes it only took 30, maybe an hour a day. And the rest of the day was learning about life. Now we have Christine Dean, and she's going to help us in learning more about this.
You know, Jeanette, you keep talking about homeschooling. I homeschooled my kids for a couple of years too. And I'm going to say it's a wonderful experience when you can, but making it fun, right? That's the challenge sometimes. And they're like, mom's going to tell me to, do the dishes and learn at the same time, right? But education is so important. I'm a former college professor myself. And so it's wonderful to be able to set the kids up for success, right? By the time they hit college, you want them to have certain basic skills down. You want them, those critical thinking skills, right? Those are so important. So I love that we have this new program set up for the kids, Magic Kids. We are setting them up for success. And we look at STEM and tech adventures, right? The Magic Kids math tutor, right? Something to help with the math, starting off with a strong foundation like that sets them up for success forever. I know there's some maths where you're like, am I ever going to use this? It's good to know. It makes you think, right? Things that make you think are good. Our Magic Kids, the science tutor. I know that wasn't my area of specialty. I wish we'd had something like this when I was younger. And when the kids would ask me for help with their homework, and I'm like, maybe I don't know anything about chemistry or biology or anything, right? So having tutors that can give them a hand when that's not necessarily our zone of genius, I love this. And Magic Kids coding and tech tutor. Can you imagine starting off life with having access to this kind of information, being able to code and do technology, right? This is cutting edge stuff, right? When we start off with these kind of basic knowledge, the sky's the limit. And I don't know about you, but I've seen some of the stuff that the kids have made using coding now. It's incredible. They're so far ahead of me, I know. And we look at the AI and future skills tutor. I mean, the idea of the world AI, technology, creative thinking, when you put that all together, the kids have just that fresh perspective and they come up with stuff that we didn't even think of. Right. So this is really, you're setting your kids up for success, whether it's your kids, whether it's your grandkids, whether it's your nieces and nephews. And I know I was just on a call earlier today and I was like, oh, I need to let them know about this, right? Because I'm talking, this is like Christmas present time, right? It's something that keeps on giving. Oh goodness. And don't even get me starting Creative and Arts Express, right? This is the fun side, right? This is the creative side. I know with my youngest, he was not interested in art, but if he'd been able to do it online like this, he probably would have been for it. Like you mentioned about a lot of the kids are playing video games, right? They're already online, but what if they could be online actually learning, right? Not just mindless video games. So you have Magic Kids Art and Creativity Tutor, helping with guiding with drawing, painting, digital art. And I love doing that kind of stuff. That's fun. That'd be fun things to do with the kids, right? Not just by themselves. Magic Kids, the music and sound tutor. Some of us have no musical skills whatsoever. I remember my music teacher saying, oh, not everybody's musically inclined. I go, yeah, that's me. But to have a tutor that could give you a hand with it, I mean, that's awesome. Guide to rhythm, melody, sound, music basics. And I think we lose a lot of this. I know it was budget cutbacks in schools. A lot of times, this art and the music is getting cut back, right? You're not seeing as much of that. So, being able to round your child's education out with something that you're not seeing so much in some of the public schools, that's a great opportunity, right? Because I think we're missing out when we don't expose them to those kind of options. Right? Writing tutor. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you, Jeanette, but my youngest, he hated writing. Just hated it. It was like pulling teeth, right? So if I could have something else help him so he's not mad at me all the time, that would have been awesome. So friendly grammar coach, creative writing skills. I mean, that's awesome. Helping with essays. If you can learn how to write a good essay and you can write well, that's a skill that's going to last you a lifetime. Literally, it will benefit everything you do. When I was teaching college, I would tell them when we're working on communications, if you can write well, if you can put together an outline and organize your thoughts well, you will be successful in just about anything you do now that involves writing. So these are good, solid skills that you want them to really get into. And okay, the fictional friend. That's just adorable. I'm just going to say your friend's children's book ghostwriter and story coach. I mean, the name of it is so cute, though. Right. So think about all the times they're telling stories. And I know my kids always like to tell stories. I mean, being able to create a book, look what I made, be able to share it with other people, that's just a beginning of really giving them an opportunity to express themselves and be able to share it with other people. That's so unique. And I think we need more of that. So I think this is going to be so much fun. I'm just looking forward to this. And there's more. I know, crazy, right? We've gone over so many different things. It's hard to believe that there's more, but brain boosters and logic. This is so important. Critical thinking and logic tutor. One of the classes I taught in college was critical thinking, and I would say about a third of the students got it. About a third of the students kind of learned a little bit, and about a third of the students were lost. I feel like the end of the semester, they literally, I didn't think they learned anything. I mean, literally, if you don't learn this skill young, it's hard to teach critical thinking when they're older. It really is. And by the time I got them in college, they kind of already missed that boat. So you don't want your kid to miss the boat when it comes to critical thinking. This is something that's going to serve them forever. Okay. And Magic Kids, public speaking, communication. Oh, there's one after my own heart, right? Since I taught communications courses, right? Confidence building. If you can speak in front of other people, that will take you so far. That confidence you take with you wherever you go. So being able to get the kids started young, building those public speaking skills, you're setting them up for a lifetime of success. And this is what I love about Magic Kids. All of our toys are like this. World Explorers and Discovery. I know, Jeanette, you were mentioning how much you like that, and I do too. I tease that I can barely remember what's going on near me, and like my geography is kind of fuzzy. I don't know about the rest of you, but it's a fuzzy place. Once you get outside the state of Texas, once you come beyond, the United States, our world geography is not that good, right? So learning about other cultures and what's going on, we are at a point where this is a global economy. It truly is. And so if you don't understand, right, other cultures, if you're not understanding that others even exist, there's other perspectives on your own, you're really not setting yourself up for success. So being able to explore the geography and the world explore, this looks like fun. I want to go in and play with it. Magic Kids history tour. I mean, history can be fun. It doesn't have to be boring. And we learn from history, right? What we don't learn, we are doomed to repeat. So makes some of the subjects that they may find boring because it's about old people or people who already died. Why do I care, right? I don't know about you, but I heard all those excuses from my kids, right? But this is a chance to make history fun. There's so much possibilities in that. The events, people, cultures, the stories that have passed on, reading communication skills. when it comes to having a reading tutor, right, you really want your kids to be able to be successful right with me. I spent tons of money on private schools when they were little. I mean, I don't even want to think about how much I spent. Don't even don't even get me started on that one because I wanted them to have that strong foundation. Well, if we'd had, a tutor that would help them with reading like this, who needs to spend, $500 a month, 20 years ago on an expensive school when you can kind of round out their education wherever they're at school. So being able to build that confidence in reading, the coach turns everything in stories to fun adventures or the life skills and wellness, right? And I was just thinking earlier, Jeanette, when you mentioned about life skills and using that extra time, it's so true. When you think about, we teach them book learning, but we don't always teach them all the life skills when they're at school. So having something that can help bridge that gap. Right, go ahead and ask me about getting a house mortgage, buying a car. They don't teach that in school, right? There's certain life skills. So when you talk about entrepreneurship and money skills, we're talking next level. This is where we're seeing the shift in society. And as much as I love teaching college and I encourage my students to get college degrees because I want them to have that critical thinking skills, having those real life skills, entrepreneurship skills, this is where the world's moving, right? It's not just all corporate. When you think about most of the businesses out there, small businesses, we need to have in the next generation that is an entrepreneurial mindset. And I think we're doing them disservice if we don't. I wish I brought up with that, entrepreneurship degree. What? No, I was brought up in the generation where you got a degree and you worked for someone else. That's not the way it is now. So let's help them explore the possibilities. So many businesses, I think that is so cool. I would have loved to have my kids create a mini business when they were younger, right? And the public speaking communication tutor, right? Give you a hand and give you a hand up and help build that confidence with you.
I mean, all these tutors, and you guys did a wonderful job. Thank you for.
Can I say
That-
one thing?
Thank you for doing that. That was wonderful. Don't you love what these girls did in terms of the learning little facts that Jeanette went over? And look at all those tools. I love their background too. I didn't even know that about Christine, that she taught college, right? And was doing that kind of stuff. I mean, this is just amazing stuff. So go ahead. Yes, please add to it. Yes.
No, but getting into what Christine was saying, I remember when I homeschooled my son, we were taking some classes in college, and one of the professors told us they could always notice who's homeschooler and who just graduated from a regular, even private or public school, because they have a hard time in those essays. They have a hard time concentrating on reading. They have a hard time even speaking in front of a group. And homeschoolers already do that. So this is going to be so awesome. I want to do it for myself.
I know, I want to play with it. It's not just for the kids, right?
So this is what it's going to look like, guys. Let me show you what the Magic Kids platform looks like now that you saw that, right? So you guys ready? Because this is going to blow your mind, guys, what we did. You're going to absolutely love it. We're excited about it. So let's take a look, huh? Share by sound. What a boom. This is the dashboard. Yes, this is our AI platform. Yeah, see, there's the kids' tools over here on the left. It's like, wow, doesn't that look amazing, right? So is your child 10 plus years old or under 10? So if he's over 10, boom, switch over. Under 10, over 10, under 10, over 10. Cool, right? So look, welcome to the Magic Kids family. This is the dashboard, the welcome, right? You're all set. Your child now has access to 15 amazing tutors ready to guide them through creative projects, academic skills, and so much more. Start your first project. Meet the tutors. Parent-controlled, COPA compliant, grades 1 through 12. And this is a first draft of our menu. And you can see it broken down just like they talked about it, right? The STEM and tech adventures, the creative arts and express that Christine went over as well. And then, of course, the brain boosters and logic, the world explorers, and discovery, the reading and communication skills, the life and wellness skills. And these are the fun facts that Jeanette went over, right? Did you know learning facts, right? So this is here for you. This is a brilliant little menu here. And I know Christine put together a menu too for good marketing for you as well. So if you're ready to start, we suggest starting with a writing tutor, right? It's a great place for parents to start with their kids if they're homeschooling, right? Strong grammar, essay writing, like they talked about, story skills, just incredible. And then, of course, meet your AI tutors. Here's all the tutors here, all listed here, right in the platform. Every single one that Christine went over, what the tutors do and what they never do. They never write the essays for the people. They don't solve problems without teaching the process first. And they don't replace your family's voice or values, and they give answers without encouraging thinking. What they do is they ask probing questions like, what's your claim? What's your evidence? Model suggestions, and build challenge ladders, support practice and independence, and reinforce integrity, citation, originality, honesty, and honest reflection, right? And these are the free bonuses that we promised them. The Gentle Meadow Collection, right? Meet Tippy. Tippy is a gentle, kind-hearted friend who teaches children about compassion, empathy, and joy of helping others, right? What parent doesn't want that, right? Here's the Gentle Meadow book here for them, right? And here's the coloring book if the kids want to color the books too as well. This is a complete coloring book for the kids right here. Let me go small that, make that smaller so you can see it. Sorry about that, guys. Let's go back up. There it is. And let's see here. Go up a little bit. Make it smaller. There we go. Go back up. Can't see it. There we go. There we go. The digital metal, right? So they can go from page to page, right? Coloring book. And they can download this, by the way. You could download it right here. There's a download button to download it. So you download that, and it downloads the entire book, the coloring book for the kids, right? So it'll be showing up here in my pop-up here in just a minute. Then, of course, you got the real cool stuff here. We got the Gentle Meadow audio books. So this is all the audio books of the entire book here.
Story 1, Bumble's Big Welcome.
Right, they're all playable.
Story 2.
All the way to 10 stories. This is a $29 value that we're giving to them as a Magic Kids, member, right? And here's a fun video for the family, right? This is a welcome from Tippy to the community.
Kids are glued to screens, but are they learning anything useful? Hi, I'm Tippy. Welcome to Magic Kids. Turn screen time into future skills with personal AI tutors for your child. Imagine your child curled on the couch, tapping Bright. Friendly prompts as a patient tutor asks questions and gives feedback. Choose a tutor. Create stories, videos, books, or build a pretend business. Pick whatever lights them up. Meet your tutor. A friendly AI coach guides step-by-step, turning confusion into aha moments. Create together. Build projects that teach math, science, reading, history, and even AI. Outline, plan, and present with hands-on pride. What makes Magic Kids unique is its safety and warmth. It supports your family's voice and values, not replaces them. Homeschoolers, parents, and proud grandparents. Perfect for grades 1 through 12. Hear laughter. See bright projects. Feel the confidence to grow as kids share creations with family and friends. Enjoy hopping around the platform and turn family time into learning time. With AI tools you can trust. Welcome to Magic Kids.
Cool, right? And then what to expect in the next 30 days. This is their welcome. Let's look at the 10-year-old funnel, right? Welcome to Magic Kids. It's a little bit different language and a little different vibe for 10 kids 10 years older and older, right? They like, Minecraft. They like science fiction. They like, some of them like, horror stories. It's just, we did a lot of research on this. So what do kids over 10 and teenagers really like, right? So learn with 15 AI-powered tours, create amazing projects, discover new skills, and become a learning superstar, right? What teenager doesn't want to, or someone that's 10, they turn double digits from 9 to 10, right? They want to be a superstar, right? Here we go, 15 AI tutors, and we give them 6 creative ideas, right? Infinite possibilities. Now meet Finn. Finn is your learning companion. A little bit different video because Finn's talking to 10 plus old, but this is Finn. We created Finn in the platform. He's going to guide you, those that are 10 and older. So let's listen to Finn. You're going to love this. Now, there's some terminology in here, I'll warn you, that you just don't know, but 10 and teenagers don't know what this terminology is. So we put a key for parents. This is the parent survival guide to kids speak, all right? For example, you're going to hear "you ate no crumbs" in here. That means perfect and flawless. You're going to hear "cooked," which means you did amazing. You're going to hear "hard," and that means very impressive. Right? So we put that little cute little survival guide so you understand it. Okay, so let's listen to our friend Finn. Here we go.
You're in. Time to build something that hits hard. Pick your tutor, AI and future skills, coding, writing, math, science, geography, history, public speaking, or art. Set one clear goal. Your coach fires smart prompts while you do the thinking. In about 10 focused minutes, turn scroll time into a win you can show. A tiny chatbot that answers real questions. A 60-second explainer that teaches a concept. A one-page site that spotlights your project. A story that compares climates or tracks a journey. Or a history timeline that makes a claim and backs it with evidence. Plan it, build it, show it. Then jot one takeaway, what worked, and what you'll improve next time. Save it to your portfolio and share when you're proud. And when that explainer lands clean and clear, you ate no crumbs. When your demo has everyone locked in, you cooked. When your map or timeline is sharp and convincing, it hits hard. Ready? Pick your tutor, press start, and make something worth showing off today. Welcome to Magic Kids.
Cool, right? There's your tutor. There's the same thing in the menu here. And here's all the meet your AI tutors, right? And then we gave them adventures, right? You know, write a fantasy novel, create a short film or script, or build a mystery story, or launch a mini business, or create a YouTube video script, or compose some original music, right? So here's the tutors right here, guys. Work with the tutors right here. You can see them. They have a unique platform for kids. Like here's the AI Future Skills Tutor. I'm your friendly AI expert, right? Future Skills. And see all these prompts it gives it? Ask me to play, explain the algorithm, give me a step-by-step guide, create a 5-question quiz. So they could copy any of these and start. We make it really easy for them to communicate with this tutor. Here's the writing tutor, right? Same thing. The writing tutor does the same thing. Asks you, for example, what are you writing, right? And of course, you can put in your age group, how old you are, and it'll guide you whether you're in 12th grade or first grade or second grade or third grade, right? And we have prompts here to help them as well. Here's the entrepreneur money skills. And this is like, you can see all the prompts and the way it designs it. Maybe you want to play an entrepreneur game. Maybe you want to start a lemonade stand, right? Really cool stuff. Reading. You can see on the reading side, this is the reading tutors, your cheerful guide to magical stories, new words, confidence boosting adventures. Makes reading fun with games, silly voices, and bite-sized challenges so you shine better every page. Want to begin? Tell me your age. See, it tells me, tell me your age. And favorite topic, dinosaurs, space, pets, or something else, right? So, and it gives you more stuff. Hello, brilliant explorer. I'm Magic Kids reading tutor. See, it constantly, new messages pop up. Your friendly guide for fun stories, word games, confidence boosting reading adventures. Tell me your age and favorite topic, right? There he goes again. History tutor, same thing. Prompting. What would you like to do? What? Let's match your age and your goals. What would you like to learn? What do you need help with? Science tutor, same thing. You see, all of these tutors are designed to help your kids, become smarter learner in these fields, right? The science tutor, same thing, right? What's your age? What would you like to learn? And some ideas for prompts. Math tutor, same thing, right? Encourages you to learn math. Public speaking, again, you can see how they're all have prompts. I preloaded these so you guys can see it. You may need to refresh your page as you go between them and just hit refresh in between them as you start opening them for the first time, right? That helps musicians. This is art and creativity. You can see how they're just the prompting ideas that it gives it to help you, right? You know, this is, help you with fun games, clear tips, and tons of encouragement, right? Here's 10 sample prompts that you can start with, right? And then, of course, here's the critical thinking, and then coding, and mindful emotional, and then Jeanette's favorite, the geography and world explorer tutor, right? So I could just come in here and I'm just going to turn this over to James here in just a minute because, these tutors are just fantastic. Oh, there's one more I want to show you, and that is our fictional friend. So the fictional friend is under Write Your Book, right? Hello, I'm your fictional friend, your behind-the-scenes children's book ghostwriter and story coach. I help you turn your ideas into magical, age-appropriate stories for readers from toddlers to teens. To get started, what age group is this story for? Do you have a story idea, title, or character in mind? What message or theme do you want to share? What tone should it have? Funny, magical, adventurous, emotional, or something else? What format do you want? All right? It's still talking. That's great. All right, let's go. What format do you want? Any preferred genre or writing goal? I'm excited to create with you. Before we dive in, tell me what age group the story's for. It goes repeating, right? If you're not sure, pick one of these quick starters, right? It gives you more information. Early readers, a chapter book, middle age, what are you trying to do, right? So you can just talk with it and you could write with the parents or grandparents, they could write a book together, whether it's a fantasy book or a sci-fi or an adventure book, or maybe it's just short stories, right? Yeah, something that they're thinking about, right? I mean, we've had kids have a lot of fun with this fictional friend, right? Really cool stuff. But let's just show you one of the tutors. I'm going to go to the geography and world tutor, right? So I would like to learn a little bit more about Latin countries and the food that they eat, such as Colombia and Venezuela, as well as Peru and El Salvador. Can you help me understand? Because I have a lot of friends that are from Latin American countries. That would help me a lot. Yes. So again, a parent can take them on any type of journey they want. If there's a subject that they're talking about, school or anything like that, right? It's going to give them it's very smart. It'll guide them on whatever topic they're talking about. You can see it's already given me different foods, right? You can see here, famous dishes. Let me refresh this here so you can see some of the stuff it gave me. So let's just go back up. Here we go. Great question. Before we dive in, what grade are you in? There you go, right? This helps me explain things just right. If you'd rather not say, that's okay, I'll use middle school level. Here's friends to say, here's a friendly, easy to understand guide of foods of Colombia, Venezuela, Peru, El Salvador, but why they're special. In some ways, you can learn more about your friends, right? It goes like Colombia, staples ingredients are rice and beans and corn and platanos, right? Yuca, right? Beef, pork, and lots of coffee, right? Yeah, there you go. Famous dishes are arepas, which is a flat corn cake eaten in at many meals. What is that, honey?
Yeah, arepas.
The next one, but I'm right here.
Bandeja paisa.
Say that, unmute yourself.
Bandeja paisa.
All right, so there you go. It's basically a big plate of rice, beans, ground beef, and platanos eggs. Sounds delicious, right? Hope I'm not getting you guys hungry. It's often a lunch special. Sancocho?
Sancocho.
Sancocho, yeah, a heart soup, a stew. That's kind of like a caldo for Mexicans, right? Or
every country, especially in Latin and Caribbean, they have some kind of sancocho, and it's made different in every country, but they name it the same.
That's great. And then, of course, look, this gave us Venezuela, some of their food culture, Peru, El Salvador. How can you, and then, of course, how can you learn more with your friends? Ask them about their favorite home dish, how it's made. Try sample recipe together with adult help. Compare flavors. Visit a Latin American market or restaurant, right? What would you like to do? A kid-friendly recipe to try at grown-ups, right? Maybe you want a recipe for arepa so you can make some for your friends, right? How cool is this, right? I mean, just really, really cool. You guys, this is probably going to be the most used AI tutor, in my opinion. I would have fun with it. How about you girls? Yeah, you definitely.
Oh yes, definitely. I'm gonna use it, especially the geography, because I love countries, and learning how to write a check for kids nowadays is amazing. I mean, young adults, 20, 17, 18, 19, they have no idea what a check is because they got the debit card. Teach them about that. That's all part of math.
All right. James, all right, let's show them how they can, because guys, this is a release. I don't know what you think of that, James. You liked it? I can't hear you, brother.
Great, awesome, great job, my friend.
Yes, you didn't even see some of that. You didn't even know I was
Yeah,
working
some
on
of it.
some of.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
nice surprises.
there you go. So,
Yeah.
guys, that's just the beginning. Wait till you see what we have for you now, because we're going to show you how you can set up your own funnel. And by the way, the platform is $29 a month, and it gets you a consultant position. Your consultant fee is waived as well. So that means they get part of the matrix for $29, guys. It's hugely valuable. And James is going to show you how you can set up your website. But before he does that, I want to make sure you guys understand that we have some social posts already ready for you. They're not in the promote the marketing engine yet. We're working on some technical things with that because we got to create another login for that. Somehow, anyway, let our tech team handle that. But I got a link for you guys with all the graphics to promote it with and all the social media. I'm going to share that with you right now. Let me get that for you, and I'll put it in the chat, James, for them. I was talking to our tech team, Cheyenne, this morning, and he's working on a solution for that, James. I don't know if you talked to him,
Yes,
but
yeah, yeah.
yes, so good. So let me get you guys this Magic Kids social. So I have graphics in here. Let me show you guys what they look like, and then I'll hand it over to James. So this is what they look like. So we got make that a little bit bigger for you guys. So you got social media graphics here, and you got social posts. This is the captions, and this is the social posts for you guys. So here's the images. There's 19 of them, and they're really cool, guys. I mean, look at these. I mean, you can post them on LinkedIn, Facebook. I mean, these are just amazing graphics, right? Look at those. Powerful. I mean, they're just high attention grabbing graphics, right? Look at all those. Yeah,
That look real.
amazing stuff. Yeah. Math tutor, reading tutor, history tutor, entrepreneur and money skills tutor, AI and future skills, just brilliant ones. And then, of course, we have our social post also. You could just copy and swipe. And here's some really good hooks too. We used a lot of these hooks on the, and we'll add more to this if you save this, right? But hopefully we'll be able to put these in the soon, maybe by the end of today or tomorrow. We'll put all this stuff and more inside the marketing engine so you guys can utilize this. All right. So let me go back to this folder and let me share this folder with you guys. Share. Yes, indeed. and copy that. And I'll give that to you, and I'll turn that over to James so he could talk more about how you could start promoting this with your own funnel. Cool stuff, right?
All right, before we get started, just to find out who's in the audience, how many of you have created your personal, access? You don't really have to create it; we create it for you. But set up and access your personal marketing engine. If you've done that, put a 10 in the chat box. If not, put a 5 in the chat box so I know kind of who we have here. All right, it looks like we've got a good number of people who have been using the marketing engine, a few people who have not. So I'll show you how to set up your marketing engine as well. Just so you know, as Ed mentioned, we are actually working on adding all of the kids' collateral, which you'll see here in the marketing engine as well. We've already got a lot of it loaded. The only thing that we're doing, the only final step that we're doing on this now is whenever you do, let's say you download this image and you click share up here at the top, you click copy. It copies the content to go with that particular image. Right now it's copying the link to your main Momentum Tech website instead of your funnel. So you can just change that link. But we'll have that where once you click copy and link, within the next couple of days, where it actually copies the link directly to your Magic Minds funnel. So this is the Magic Minds funnel, or Magic Kids funnel rather. The Magic Kids funnel has everything a parent is going to want to need. This really is speaking to the parents, talking about preparing your future generations, helping your child become future ready, real academic gains, coach first tutors, visible progress. It addresses in the video and in the content the key concerns parents have about not wanting AI to do the work for them. Magic Kids doesn't do that. Magic Kids helps them think deeper, broader, learn more faster, and retain more information. It really coaches them, tutors them, and pushes them to work harder and try more. And this has, I'm not going to go through everything in here, but this has everything somebody's going to want to know to make a decision. We have the Gentle Meadow giveaway, both the audio book, the printed book, the video, the coloring book, audio book, as I mentioned, is included. Some parent comments here, Q&A, and a list of all of the tutors, what the tutors do. So this is a fully functional, very robust marketing funnel, that people can just come here, read, make a decision. And when they do fill in this information, they're going to go straight into your, matrix and your downline. They're going to go into your matrix because they're actually paying now. Once we finish up the compression project, only paying members go into the matrix. But since these are paying, they're going right into your downline and into your enroller tree and your matrix. And then what this does is it actually inserts them into the commission engine. It brings them here so they can choose a password. They can choose their password. And I'm going to do that here. And click submit. And when they do subscribe, it's going to redirect them, instead of the back office system, since this is for kids, it's going to redirect them right into login onto the kids platform. This is just so you can see the actual purchase process. So it brings them right into the login page. They know their email because they just put in their email, and they know their password because they just chose it. So they can actually log in right there into the Magic Kids platform and start using it immediately. So that's the purchase process. Now on the funnel, the sales funnel, to create your funnel, basically you're going to go to the promote.momentumtech.ai, and I'll put this in the chat box for you. And you're going to set up your account. You just put in the username and password to set up your account. And then you're going to create your funnel. Here's the button here to create your funnel at the top. And if you haven't set up your marketing engine, those of you who haven't, you can just go ahead and click set up marketing engine. The other choice now is to add Magic Kids. Now you will see new funnels coming in here. For example, we're making a retail only funnel where some people are promoting our AI tools directly to businesses. The businesses aren't interested in hearing about the network opportunity or the commission opportunity. And so you'll see a number of sales funnels start populating here as we create them. But to create your funnel for your Magic Kids, you just click Add Magic Kids. You're going to put in name, phone number, and your affiliate ID. What is your affiliate ID? Your affiliate ID is the end of your personal website. So I'm logged in here into a demo account. I'm going to show you how you can find your affiliate ID. You simply go over here to Profile, and you're going to come to this page that has your Momentum web link right here. Now we auto-generate your affiliate ID right here, but you can change that. So you just change it one time. Don't keep changing it, because if you keep changing it, created in the past won't work. But let's say I want to make this one James Funnel. You probably wouldn't make it James, your name and the word funnel, but I'm just showing this as a demo. And I click update. Now my affiliate ID is James Funnel. So I just copy that, and I'm going to paste that right into here. And let's say I've already put in my name and my phone number. And then until you create yours, you're going to see a button here that says, create it. All right, I've already created mine, so it says, congratulations, your funnel is created. Please click on all funnels above to view the thumbnail. You'll click to view funnel to see your shareable link and address in the browser. So that's talking about, when it says all funnels, it's talking about this button right here at the top, all funnels. Now notice I have my social media marketing engine right here, and I have my Magic Kids funnel right here. This is the thumbnail. This is a thumbnail of the marketing engine. This is a thumbnail of the kids one. We add more funnels, you'll see another thumbnail show up. So to get my link, I just click on view funnel. And then here's my link, my personal link for Magic Kids is right up here on the top. Now I bookmark mine, so you can just click this, and I bookmark mine under funnels. So it's easy for me to get back to later. But you can always get back to this by going to the promote tool and logging in, and you'll find it here under all funnels. So it's that easy. Once you have your link, folks, you just start sharing it. You can download the images from where Ed showed you, but soon we'll have them all populated here on the marketing engine, and that tied in directly to your link that you've created on this system, which makes it so super simple to promote. So that's pretty much it. It's very easy. If you have any difficulty creating your sales funnel, you can always email support@momentumtech.ai. Again, that's support@momentumtech.ai. And our team's great about getting back to you on any opportunity to help you get things rocking and rolling. So with that, Ed, I'll turn it back over to you, and let's get some people creating their funnels.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Well, guys, that's how brilliant that is. We give you your own marketing funnel, right? And to promote this. So, we're in the lab, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at, the concept of working with continue this conversation with this geography and world explorer, right? We got about 10 minutes. right? So let's say I want to um, maybe have a recipe, right, for arepas, and maybe even you know what? I want a grown up. I want a recipe for papusas. What is it called? Papusa? Papusas? Oh, those are so good with cheese and beans. Oh my God, that's so delicious. What's it made out of? Potato? Yes, so good, right? So maybe I want a recipe, right? And I want to, hey mom, can we make these, right? So look what you could do with this. It's really cool, right? I want a friendly recipe, kid-friendly recipe to try with grown up pupusas. I could do a healthy one too if I want to, right? Like a healthy or maybe even a gluten-free one if I need one, right? So all kinds of cool stuff. So this is what families could do together, right? So pupusas are a perfect dish of choice. They're El Salvadorian, yummy, national, and great to make it with grown-ups. So let's see what it does, what it tells us. So it's going to give us an
You're
entire recipe.
you're making everybody hungry, Ed.
Yeah, I know, right? Have you ever had a pupusa, James?
I have. They're delicious.
Oh, I know, aren't they? Oh my
Yeah,
God,
me too.
they're just you want to have more after you eat it, right? So it's just they're really delicious. We have some Salvadorian friends, and I've had them before. So here you go. Let's look at it. What it did. This is all the information it gave me. So here are the ingredients: 2 cups of masa.
People are asking to enlarge the screen a bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah. I just did. Yeah, 2 cups of masa. I'll make it a little bit bigger for you. Right? Yellow corn flour or tortillas, right? A quarter cup or half cup of warm water, half a tablespoon of sea salt. Filling options, cheese, there it is, cheese. Refried beans or optional cooked shredded pork. Delicious. Yeah. For here's 2 cups of finely shredded cabbage. Yeah, I've had that. Small carrot grated, thinly sliced, 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, a little bit of water, a pinch of dry oregano, optional, optional salsa, red, roja, canned tomatoes blended with little onion, garlic, salt, and simmered for 5 to 10 minutes. Basic time. So it gives you everything. See, there's stuffing, how you can stuff it up and everything. How fun would this be an activity for their kids, right? So, the World Explorer can help you put together fun recipes, right? And so I can say, what's the favorite dessert for Salvadorians? Is it flan? Let's see. Jeanette guesses flan. Let's see. We're such a cultural world, right? And your kids may have friends from other countries, right? So this helps you, really cool stuff. Cream pudding, cinnamon dessert. Well, there's several of them. Okay, let's look at some of these. Yeah. Well, I got to try some of these. This sounds really good. Yeah, yeah. So let's go down to the bottom. I'm sorry I'm making you guys hungry here a little bit, but yeah, here we go. So uh, here they are. So explain all those, and because a lot of them are Spanish, Jeanette.
Okay, so quesadilla salvadoreña is quesadillas, but each country makes their own. We're used to here in America like Mexican quesadillas, but they make it a different. Every country makes it a little bit different. Arroz con leche is rice with milk. It's kind of weird, but each country, especially in the Caribbean and Latin America, they do make their own. It does not taste like anything like here in the United States. In the United States, arroz con leche, milk with rice, is not very not good. It's like rice pudding. I do not like here in America, but I like the ones in the Caribbean, South America, and Central America. It's delicious. Usually they put coconut milk in it. And semita or semita de piña is a soft, sweet layer bread or cake often filled with fruit jam, like pineapple jam, served at celebrations, family gatherings, and especially this time of year, the Caribbean, Central America, and South America, they make delicious food. Ador de elote is a warm, sweet corn drink made from fresh corn, milk, and sugar. Torrejas, similar to French toast. Bread soaked in a sweet cinnamon and sugar syrup, fried, commonly eaten at holidays, like next week. Puñuelos actually the N has an N in it. Fried dough balls or fritters, usually dusted with sugar or soaked in syrup. Empanadas de plátano. Each country has empanadas. But I guess in Salvador they have empanadas de plátano made with sweet ripe plantain mashed and fried. Sometimes filled with custard or sweet fillings. Yum, I never had those before. Cocadas and other sweets. Coconut candy. Anything coconut is my favorite. And other fruit-based sweets appear of markets and festivals. If you have friends that are from Central America, South America, and the Caribbean, I'm telling you, next week is going to be the best time to be their friend because you're going to have lots and lots of food that is delicious that they don't make all year. They wait until Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. So I want to try some of these. I want to go to a Salvadorian restaurant now. Find one.
So this is where homeschooling. This is where homeschooling can become fun, right? If it can be like a fun, recipe you could do. Children could do with their kids, right, James? I mean, isn't that awesome? And Christine is still here too, as well. We could just talk a little bit for 2 minutes about what you just saw the history coach did, but I mean, the world geography coach. I mean, and tutor. It's just incredible. I mean, you can go any direction you want, right? And just to have a little bit of fun. So we're excited about the platform. If you guys are excited about the Magic Kids platform, put a 7 in the chat for us. Put a 7 in the chat if you guys are excited what you guys saw today. We want to thank you for joining us on the AI Breakfast Lab for our great announcement of the Magic Kids AI Academy. Yes, put a 7, definitely. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. You guys are awesome, awesome, awesome. Well,
on the question on the replay, yes, this is being streamed live to our YouTube. I'll put the link to our YouTube and the channel so you'll be able to see it.
Yes. We got room for maybe 1 or 2 questions. If you guys have a question, you can put it in the Q&A.
Yes, I have. They have one. Can I say that?
What is that?
Okay, so somebody says, do we have to pay for the Magic Kids to create the funnel?
No. You sure don't. Remember, we are the AI gold standard, and we are the AI gold standard of tools, and not just tools, but of training, guys. So, we create this for you guys so you can promote it, right? That's what we want you to do. So whether you're a $9 member or you're a $39 member, now we have a $29 membership, right? With the Magic Kids. And people in other countries would, very much like this platform because their education may not be as good as it is here in America, right? So, there's a lot of opportunity globally for this, guys. So we're super, super excited. So
yes, you can start promoting this today. One of the questions, please do set up your funnel. Even if you're still a free member, you can set up a funnel and start promoting it.
That's right.
Yeah.
100%. Well, thank you guys for joining us in the AI Breakfast Lab. We'll see you tomorrow. And don't go away. We have our opportunity presentation next. We'll be talking more about the Magic Kids platform.